Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your little big brother, Eric G, from the podcast show, Random Thoughts with Eric G. Hey, quick question. Are you tired of feeling icky and sluggish after eating your favorite sweets or desserts? Or have you thought about making a lifestyle change? Better yet, have you thought about becoming a vegan, but you're kind of scared and you don't know where to start? Well, then look no further than Coley's Vegan Treats. Yes, Coley Vegan Treats has what you want to give your sweet tooth what it craves, but give your body what it needs. Gone are the days of eating black bean brownies and rice cakes. Coley offers you delicious variations of sweets, from brownies to cupcakes to cinnamon rolls to cheesecakes to cookies. Coley's have what you want to give you what you need. Yes, that's Coley Vegan Treats, based right here in Vance County, Henderson, North Carolina, and also providing to the surrounding tri-state area. Yes, Coley Vegan Treats. Look her up on Facebook at Coley Vegan Treats, Instagram at Coley Vegan Treats, and also go to her website. That's www.coleys, with an S, vegantreats.com. Hit her up, man. She got you. And like I always say, God bless you. Peace. Yo, what's going on? This is your little big brother, Eric G, and I am back again with another episode of The Truth. If y'all don't remember from my first show, The Truth is a series I'm doing within my season 6 of Random Thoughts with Eric G. It's a story time podcast. It's a show that I do pretty much telling you like real stories from my past. My first episode, like I said, it's going from how I get from being the little mouthy kid in the hood to being, I guess, a suburban dad, as you call it now. That's what my son said. But anyway, man, so I share my own personal stories. I tell my own, my own truth. Because if I can't tell it, ain't nobody else gonna tell it. That's the truth. Man, so pretty much today, man, I'm just let y'all know I'm getting started today. Kind of tired, but I'm trying to make it. Just getting home. Probably been home maybe a couple hours. My wife cooked this big meal. Man, so one thing first. This right here gonna be the second episode of my my youth week. If a lot of people who don't know, I have a organization, the Green Rose Foundation, which I founded back in 2013. We're pretty much dedicated to the youth. And I said, I want to continue doing work with the youth and doing work, just giving out positive content for the youth. Even though my show can be random, we can cuss, we talking about sex and everything else, I want to have a week where it's clean content, week where, we can just have fun, tell the truth, just have a good time. That's pretty much what this is about. So today is day 2 of Random Thoughts Youth Week. And I said, the best thing for me to do is do my true story, man. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about my childhood. And go from there. I'm not gonna do all that sad stuff, y'all, because the child could be sad and traumatizing. I ain't got time for all that mess. Anyway, man, I do have family here. I'm at home. I got my family here. If they want to jump on and talk about their little childhood or their teenage years, they can welcome to jump on. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a good time, man. So let's get ready. Y'all, just know that I'm finna tell some truth, y'all, and I'm scared to admit what's about to happen. All right, let's get started. All right, y'all, I'm back. So let's get ready to get started with the truth. So this episode, I'm titling, So You Think You're Grown. if you're a black person, you know that statement a lot. How many times your mama said, so you think you're grown, huh? So, that's what today's episode is going to be about. I kind of was racking my brain trying to figure out what story I'm going to tell for this right here, man. Because I got a lot of personal stories I've been through. And my true stories, I was trying to tell the crazy stuff that happened. So you think you're grown, man. If I got to close my eyes and say something, man, I'm going to just let it move me. Okay. Got it. So one thing about me, and I will try to keep honest, man, because, I got 2 sons. And I feel like, they especially when they were younger, man, they used to do some of everything. Me and their mom used to stay fussing and stay talking about stuff they was doing. Then I sit back and I look back at them and I was like, yo, a lot of stuff both my boys did, I seen me doing. I remember a lot of stuff they did, I seen myself doing. And one thing in particular is like when it came to girls, I know I got myself in trouble so much when it came to girls, man. So, like, my family looking at me now, yes. I got in trouble a lot back then when it came to girls. And thing was, it wasn't that I was trying to be like too wild or whatever, because my thing was, as a kid, I was always looked at as the goofy dude. Like, he's funny. Like, he's funny. I've been talking to him because he's funny. It wasn't like I was the cutest thing in the world. It was like, but as I got older, man, I was like, look, I'm just gonna have fun. I'm gonna talk to this one, that one, and the third. My friend's sisters. Hell, my friend mama wanted to say anything, I might holler. That's the truth. And I was looking at both my sons, and one thing my oldest son did, I'll never forget. He got in trouble one time because he used to text little crazy stuff to girls, man. He used to text little crazy stuff to girls when he was in middle school, and then we'll find out like, damn, like why you do this right here? Now we fussing at him. And I was thinking about back in those days that I would do the same thing. You can say what you want. Hold on, I got my sister-in-law here, Sandra. What's up? What do you want to say?
So he was just saying that with basically Tay and Mill, they text girls all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When we were growing up, we couldn't text. Yeah, our parents would get upset if we were texting. Even if we talked to a guy, it was like, oh, you're being fast. So what I would do is I would still try to talk to them while I'm in school, and I think it reached the point where like they knew but they didn't care.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you the truth. My dad. Here's my dad thing. My dad wanted to know what was going on with me, right? He wanted to know, like, it wasn't that he wanted to know so it could be on me. He wanted to know so he was like, yo, I'm gonna make sure you like girls. And I was like, what? But my thing was, I was always afraid to talk to my dad about stuff like that back then. I didn't want to tell him about no girl I was talking to. I didn't want to tell him if I was doing something on the low. I didn't want to tell him none of that. And I said on my show the other day, my dad didn't know that I had messed around with anybody. And I lost my virginity very young. Very young. So, I was always scared to tell him too. Like, I think I'm still kind of scared to tell that man that I did anything.
You know what? I agree. I ain't gonna say I'm scared, but it just came up when you just said it. So, the first time I actually did something. So I was staying with somebody that I know, and me and this guy used to be friends, and we would always go out.
Yeah, my wife looking at us. My wife looking at us. That's why.
My bad. She was the person that I was staying with and used to always go out. So one day, me and him, we ended up doing something, and then we ended up having sex, and then after we had sex, I'm like, oh man. Then I felt all bad, but yeah, I was staying with somebody. No.
Okay, so my wife trying to clear stuff up. No, but real talk. So for me and this is true, I was like, so I used to hang out with my cousins all the time back in the day. So I'm the oldest. I was the oldest of my cousins. It was a boy group. We all hang out together. So it was weird that I'll be the first one to do anything because I was just known as the goofy one. Mm-hmm. So with me, I like I said, I used to go to my other cousin's house and we'll hang out and stuff. And they always was trying to get me to go to the stadium or go to the movies or whatever. If I go to, I used to, what Mill called 2 men. That was me all the time. My cousin would have a girl and she have a sister, or she have a cousin, somebody, and we'll go out. It's always be the loudmouth girl. And I never get out. They always take me out. I always get the girl who was ghetto that nobody want to talk to. So I said, I guess I got to do it. Say one for the team. And I remember listening to Mill tell me these stories. I'm saying in my head, like, I did all of this before. All of what you saying, I did before.
Oh, that's funny.
Now, the one thing that I did, I'm going to tell, this is really for tell myself now. My dad listened to this, I'm sorry. Well, he already know the story. So, I called myself sneaking a girl in one day. Sneaking a girl into my dad's house. Okay? I was about, I never get straight. And this is why I say that history repeats itself. You listen to your kids talk and you know what's going on. And I remember that, I called myself one time. I was about 15, 16. And I go to my girlfriend's house at the time. I leave her house. I come back home. So what my dad would do was every weekend he would leave, and go to stay at his girlfriend's house, okay? So I had the house to myself majority of the weekends. So this weekend, I'm like, okay, I got the house to myself, but I'm not gonna. I was kind of scared what my dad gonna do if I do anything. So this weekend, my girlfriend texted me. We didn't text. She called me on the house phone. She called me and she was like, I don't want to come over. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. My dad ain't here. Well, I said, but you gotta leave. She gets over to the house. So I'm like, cool, whatever. She supposed to have a ride to come and pick her up. Her ride never comes. And I never forget that we sit in the living room and I'm waiting for her ride to come. Like, her ride supposed to be there by 8 o'clock. It's like 8:30, no ride coming. We calling him, he calling him. He never come back. We just called him. So now it's like 9 o'clock, he still ain't came. 9:30, he still ain't came, right? And we both sitting there like, Lord, man, what's going on, man, whatever. So mind you, in my head, I'm thinking, well, my dad's going for the weekend, so I'm not even worried about too much. I was sitting there, and around 11:30, it was at 11:30 this time, I hear somebody pull into the yard, okay? And so she jumped up, she said, oh, no, that's my ride. But the way the engine sound, I knew exactly who it was. My dad pulled back and decided to come home.
Oh, that was him.
My dad decided to come home. My dad was driving this Bronco truck. I could hear the engine was loud. He pulls into the yard, and as soon as he pulled in the yard, I already knew, like, look, I'm in trouble. It's over.
You got caught.
And I'm in my head, I'm telling myself, like, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna say to him? How I'm gonna do this right here? If I was smart, I would just send out the front door, and he came through my back door. I wasn't smart. I won't think about it. My thing is, well, best thing for me to do is just tell the truth, and then hopefully he won't kill me too bad. So he walks in the house. No lie, as he walk in the house, I'm panicking. I'm losing my mind. Like, yo, I said, y'all know what to do. No, man, my son, yo. So anyway, I'm losing my mind. He walks through the back door, because that's how we used to get to my dad's house. He walks through the back door. He get in the kitchen. I jumps up. I run into the kitchen and just start explaining. He didn't say one thing to me. I just started explaining. Dad, you know what I'm saying? She came into the house. She's supposed to leave. She didn't leave. Her ride didn't come. And did it in the third. And then it's 12 o'clock in the morning. Like, the ride didn't come. And did it in the third. All the lights on in the house and all that stuff. So I'm looking at him. He looking at me like, nigga, what you doing? Like, you can see him pissed off. He pushed me out the way. Walked into the hallway. He looked at her. She gonna look at him and go, hey, Mr. Williams. He looked at me. He just said, man, get out my house now. Get out my house. And I'm sitting there like, you gotta go. As soon as I said that, her ride pulls in. Pulls in finally to pick her up.
After you get caught.
Now I'm sitting back looking at it now. In my head, I'm thinking about it. Like, how the hell? Like, my dad would never come home. My dad would never come home on the weekends. How all of a sudden he came home this weekend? How did he know that? How did he know to come home this weekend? It hit me now as I'm a parent. Because he did the same dumb thing.
You think that's what it is?
That's what I think it is. It's like a tuition, though. You know something ain't right. You, like, when Ted Mill do something, I say if they do something, you know something ain't right. You'll know something ain't right. So that's why I'm like, so he had to do something stupid like I did. Because it's like God telling your head, look, that boy doing something stupid, go home.
See, but that's what I was going to say. So I think that was God. So in situations where people do something they normally don't do, or let's say you got a whole lot of time and it sort of kind of made her late for something.
Yeah.
That's God showing himself in your life. So that was God telling on you.
You know what I'm saying?
It showing it was like, man, he gonna do something. So if he would have never came, do you think it would have went differently?
Oh, I wouldn't have told. He would, in my head, the way I planned it out in my head, in my little 15, 16-year-old head.
Oh, you had already planned it out.
It's already been planned. Like, she's going to be gone. Even if she had to stay, she'd be gone by the morning. He ain't coming home till probably tomorrow afternoon. So
even if she had to stay?
She'll be gone by the morning. He'll come home till late. So it'd be okay. I was hoping like she didn't stay, but if she did, it's okay. But something told him, look, get home. And the thing that's getting me though, it was so many cases like that though. It was so many cases where I caught myself. I thought I was sneaking around.
That's the thing. It was too many. You was getting away with it.
It was so no. It wasn't getting away with it because if I was doing something really big, I know I was gonna do wrong. I was gonna get in trouble for. He will always pop right back up. He will always pop back up. And I was like, on a normal day, he wouldn't come home for nothing. But anytime I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do, it's just something told him go home. And I would always get in trouble. And I remember that I stayed on punishment. But in the majority of my high school years, I was on punishment.
You just like me.
Exactly.
You just like me.
I see it. And then I told me, I said, yo, and I remember me and Mia had a conversation. And I'm telling him though that I remember he asked me, he said, but did you do something that you weren't supposed to do? And you got in trouble? Or did your dad look away? I said, no. I said, yo, I deserve to get in trouble. I deserve that. I deserve to get punished. Because like I said, now I got too old for the whooping stuff.
That's the first time. Sorry, Coach. That's the first time I heard somebody say, I deserve to get in trouble.
I deserve it.
That.
Because I look back as a parent now. Because now I'm a parent.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the stuff my boy's doing. And I'm saying, yeah, I see why I got in trouble. Because I should have got my head taken off. I see it.
Yeah.
I deserve it. Because I said, cause you was too lenient. My dad was strict. But the thing was, my dad's words would hurt me more than he could ever touch me. My dad, like, cause I grew up like getting whoopings, like bad whoopings, you know what I'm saying, with my grandmother and stuff. My dad thing was, his whoopings was very tame compared to my grandmother's.
But his words, what did he say?
His words would hurt you.
What would he say?
I don't know how to put this on his microphone.
Oh.
He can break you down.
Really? He
knew how to put a combination of words together. And I was hurt.
You know what? I think a lot of people know how to put them words together to hurt you. I gotta start putting them same words back together and giving it right back to them. Cause sometimes I just be like, "Did they just say that? Hold on, no."
But you know, I guess, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's different between me having it as a kid, you know what I'm saying, and versus that, because I don't really care too much now. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to really be hurt by something you say to me, I have to really care about you. I have to really love you. And when you say something to hurt my heart, that's the thing is. That's the only way it hurt for me. If I can love you and care about you, and you say something on the wall, it hurts. But if I don't give two damns about you, I'm sorry, it's a clean show, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be clean. If I don't care about you, it don't faze me at all.
You're right.
It does not faze me.
Somebody that's not really that close to you, they really don't have the power to hurt you, but somebody do. They know a lot more. They know what to say.
But they know it's not about them know what they're saying. It's the fact that they like, look, it's the fact that you care. You care what they say.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Like, I can say something to you, and the guy you in love with can say something to you, the same thing. You're like, Eric, all right, man, what up? But the guy you love, you're like, you really said that to me? For example, we talking about kids stuff. When Mia was little. Now, me and Mia go back and forth all the time, right? My youngest son. We go back and forth all the time. We joke on each other. We talk, me and talk more junk to each other than anybody, right?
Yeah.
I call him fat 300 times. Everybody know I call him fat boy.
But if somebody else call him fat.
If Cole called him fat, oh, you might well say Christmas was over.
Really?
It hurt his heart. You really disrespected him. You really hurt him. That's what I'm saying. He cared about what his mother was saying. Me, he like, it's just Eric. Eric's just joking. He ain't paying me no money. That's how I was saying. That was the combination for me. It's the fact that I cared. And so moving from that story getting caught, man, because I ain't never got caught again. But
I got a story for you.
What you got?
So I didn't get caught.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like your story. So I did bring a guy over. I think everybody was in their room and it was late at night. And what I thought was different from what he thought. You know, they say men and women think differently, especially at that age. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking he gonna come over, and I don't know what. He thinking he gonna come over, something gonna happen. Mm-hmm. He get there, nothing happens, and he gets upset. We were still friends, but then after a while we stopped being friends. And now that I think about it, that's the second time that happened. I think prom night.
Oh.
Yeah, remember him?
Yeah, I know who it is. Yeah.
So prom night, I went out, and Cole told him, hey, don't you try to sleep my sister. Don't you try to sleep my sister. Because all the football players was talking about what they gonna do.
Oh, man, nobody want him.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have. Why? I'm gonna tell you the truth. If we talking about being kids and stuff, I don't understand why me and him had beef like we did.
Really?
We had, to this day, we cool now. We can see each other, what's up. But back then, we had, for 4 years straight, me and him did not like each other.
Maybe it was because me and you were friends and he liked me.
Maybe that what it was.
That could have been it.
Because it was, matter of fact, it was a couple girls I was friends with in school.
Yeah.
Okay? It was you, it was a girl named Tiffany Rackman, and I think he liked my ex-girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, you told me that.
So, I remember he was trying to talk to Tiff. And me and Tiff worked together. And I think because me and her were so cool and so close, I think he was like, yo, I'm getting in the way or something. Mm-hmm. Right? Like me and Tiff were gonna do something. Me and Tiffany, we had never took it there. We were just like real close. You know, so we never took it to that place. My dad kind of wanted me to though.
He did. He went to life there.
He like, cause he's always pick us up from work. We work together. And he wanted me and her to be something. And we could have been something. But that's what it was. I think that anybody I was close to, like girl-wise, he just had a problem with. And like I said, me and you was cool. Like that. So me and him for 4 years straight, me and this dude, and I challenged him to fight. I told the dude, let's fight. And he never wanted to fight.
If it's 4 years straight, maybe it just goes more than just me and you friends. That's something on you, like he not liking you.
I didn't care.
I know, but he did.
Yeah, I didn't care. I never get it. I remember that, and this is like talking about bullying and stuff in school, y'all. So me, I'm the type of guy that I don't let you bully me. That you can say what you want to say. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Now, back in school, I wasn't as boisterous as I am now. I don't know if you remember that, but I wasn't. I was goofy. I was loud. I was funny. So with this type of guy right here, I was like, look, man, I'm gonna just. My first couple years, I was there. I didn't know nobody like that. So I was like, man, I'm just bypassing. I'm paying no do no mind. I got it. I just took it down. But I didn't pay him no mind, right? Mm-hmm. So 10th grade is where it really picked up. And I remember we was in class. I got to a bad car wreck.
You did?
I got to a bad car wreck then. And I scarred my face up real bad. I had scarred my face up. I had like cuts across my forehead and stuff. And I remember I went to school, but they gave me this pain medicine for it. That kind of made me high. So I had to go to school.
What did they give you?
I can't remember that then. So they gave me something. I can't remember. I was 16. I don't know what they gave me for the wreck. Hold on a second, y'all. Take a pause break. Matter of fact. All right, y'all, we back. Had to take a pause break. Hey, so, like I said, I didn't deal with bullying, you know what I'm saying? I got into a wreck in my 10th grade year, had my face scarred up. I had to give him some medicine for the pain. So I remember he tried with a joker thing, and this day, I just went in. I said everything that I can think of joke-wise. And when I ate this dude up, man. He couldn't say nothing. We was going back. He got mad.
I would get mad.
He was just mad, and I was just getting at him because that whole day I was tripping anyway. I was on the medicines. I was tripping that whole day, and since then, even from there, we just kept on going. By the time we got to 12th grade, we were just going back and forth. So they was like, "Yo, why don't y'all two box?" He never wanted to with me. But when you were telling the story about him, I'm like, yo, to me, you just back then, you just kind of suspect. But I don't know what's going on with that. It was something 2 shades of special. But anyway. Yeah. But I understand when you say that he got mad, I can see it. Yeah, he got mad, man. But he'll be okay. He'll be all right.
Oh, my bad. I told him after he paid for the hotel room.
Man, so look. So another thing about me being grown, talking about being grown as a kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that now as a...
Oh,
older now.
Eric back then was a whole different dude. Anyway, I feel like I went through stages in my life, you know?
Yeah.
I'm more of the Eric I am now. It's more like the adult version of how Eric would have been back then. Because I'm goofy now. I'm back to being goofy. I'm more like, I'm settled into being square and dad.
At one point, you were no longer goofy?
I hit my little, what they call it? I got to a time in my life where I was in my, I guess, pretty boy stage. I was in a pretty boy stage.
Pretty boys aren't goofy.
I want that. I won't try to be goofy. I was trying to be sexy. I was trying to be good. I was trying to be grown. That was my thing, was being grown for real. Like, that was my goal in my late teens, early 20s. Because after high school, I say, look, I'm gonna shed this weight. I was a little thick. So I'm gonna shed this weight. I'm gonna join the military. I was gonna go to the Navy in high school. I enlisted, but didn't go.
How you enlist but not go?
So it was back when I was in high school. It was this sergeant named Sergeant Amos, and it was Sergeant Amos for the Navy. Okay, and he always said, "Remember my name." He said, "Remember no cookies, famous Amos." My name is Sergeant Amos. That's how he always tell me. And I signed the paperwork. I told my dad. My dad he's a Navy vet. He signed the paperwork. He was happy. So I went there to meet at the Armed Forces office with him in high school. And he was like, he's like, you tall, you look strong. I'm like, yeah. He was like, what you need to do is lose weight. He said, you're too big, you need to lose weight. And it wasn't like I was obese and that. I wasn't this size. But he said, you need to drop at least like 50, 60 pounds before you come back. Really? So at that time, I'm like 250, something like that, 260. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I went after high school. I just got 2 jobs and I worked. And then I became homeless and all this other stuff. So I worked like crazy. Got myself, I had dropped like 70 pounds. I got real skinny. Then when I lost weight, I got into my little pretty boy thing. So I said, oh, I look good now. I look good. I got a little 6-pack coming in. I like this. Went back to the Armed Forces office. I did my push-ups and all that for them, show them all this other stuff. And they're like, oh, you did lose weight. You look great. Blah, 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 blah. Take the pre-ASVAB. I said, okay, cool. Middle way of doing the ASVAB, I'm like, man, I don't want to do this.
Really?
I don't want to do this. I don't want to go to the Navy. I don't want to go to the Navy. Because how they led me was with money. They're like, yo, you going to make this much money.
That's how they got me.
That you going to make this much money when you become, an E3 or you going to become this much. And then by the time you get to a sergeant, it's going to be this right here. And back then at 18, you're thinking $30,000 is a lot of money.
And they told me if I joined, I could get $20,000 right off the bat.
That part.
But look, then they don't tell you, hey, you get half of it when you join, you get half afterward. And
that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying to the kids like who listening to it is that, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with going to the military.
No.
Because it paid for a lot of people to go to school. It paid for a lot of people like healthcare and stuff. But back in those days, I didn't believe in the war. So that's why I didn't want to go to the army. Because I wasn't for the Afghan war and all that. I did not believe in it. I hated it. George Bush to me was the worst president. I just hated it. So I said, I'm not trying to go to the army. I talked to my dad about it. My dad was like, well, just go to the Navy. You ain't got to fight in the war. I said, okay, cool. I think I'll do that. But I also had a scholarship to go to college. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't apply myself better back then. So what I did was they gave me a scholarship for probably like, I think like $15,000.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got a scholarship. During the class, I got a scholarship. I also got offered to go to Paris. A whole bunch of stuff, right? Because I was a future world leader and all that mess. So I got offered to go to Paris, got a scholarship. They want me to do all this. But they were like, well, you still got to come up with some money to do this, that, and third. And in my head, I was like, look, I ain't come from a family with money. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get money. I don't think nobody's going to help me. Nobody's going to believe in me to send me. So I'm going to do the Navy. And we'll take back to the story. I took the pre-ASVAB. Halfway through it, I'm saying, man, I don't want to do this shit. Sorry, I'm cussing. Clean show. It was clean week. Sorry. I don't want to do this stuff. And I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I just failed the rest of the test. I just put everything down halfway through. So they're like, you ain't quite make it to take the ASVAB. But guess what? We like you. We really want you to go. I'm like, for real? Like, yeah, you look, you dedicated. You lost all that weight. You came back. We know you ready for this. But you just got to go through boot camp.
I don't think it was meant for you to go.
Why you say that?
Because I've never heard nobody taking that test before the test, and then you failed it, and then you had the question in your head that came up, and then it was like, oh, I really didn't think you was making me. It's like, it's so many things that happened that was like, it's not meant for him to go.
But listen, so let me tell you what they did. They gave me the answers to the ASVAB. They gave me they printed out. I hope I don't get this man in trouble, but I know what he's doing now. This is almost 20 years now. So they print out. They had a pamphlet type thing, like a bunch of sheets together. So they had the answers on it.
Then that was about the money. Then they gave you the answers.
They gave me the actual answers.
They got paid when you got in.
Listen, so they gave me the answer. The answer. They had it highlighted. Each question is the answer. They said, take this home, study it, come back, and we're gonna knock it out. I said, okay, not a problem. I got you. I took that paper through the back of my truck. I ain't seen that damn paper since. I said, yo, I ain't going to no dang Navy. I ain't going to no Navy, man. I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to go to no Navy. I want to go to college. I'm going to do that. I'm gonna join a fraternity. I want to go to college. Lord knows, God said, I got something better for you, because this ain't what you're gonna do. You ain't going to end up becoming homeless. I remember that from there, I was like, what I'm gonna do? Start working 2 jobs. Then I'm gonna go to community college with the Vans Grumble. Did welding. Had to go to school twice a day. And I'm like,
I didn't know you did welding.
I did welding. I did my English classes in the mornings. All right, so 7 o'clock from 8 to 9:45 was my English class. I get a chance to go home by like 9, 10 o'clock. But at 11 o'clock, I had to be at work at George's in the restaurant. From 11 to about 3.
You worked there?
Yep. Had to work at George's from 11 to about 3 o'clock. Okay? Excuse me. Had to work from 11 to 3 o'clock. Had to come home and take me a nap, because I had to be back at school for my welding class with Mr. Rusty Pace from 5 to 9:45. Had to come home and take me another quick nap, because I'd be at my third shift job from 11 to 7 in the morning. So a total of a day, I had 3 hours of sleep total one day. Okay? So if I got to the place when everything hit the fan for me, I went back to the Armed Forces office this time crying. I was like, yo, I need to go to the Navy. I need y'all to let me in, because I can't keep doing this. I need y'all to let me in now. I'm about 20 now. I'm 20 years old now. I'm not 18 no more. I'm 20. I need y'all to let me in. I don't know where I'm going to go, what's going to happen. Get all the way to the Armed Forces office. The Navy recruit is in Raleigh now. It's not in Henderson no more. And my truck is not going to make it to Raleigh.
I knew you weren't going to be able to make it.
And when I say I cried, I cried. Dude, oh my God. I cried. I cried so hard that day. I was like, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck. But God had a better plan for me.
He did.
God had a better plan for me.
He did. And I don't think, maybe you do know what it is, but I don't think we see the bigger picture, the bigger plan of what he has for you.
At that time, I definitely.
Do you see it now?
Yeah.
You see it now?
Because I'm able to do stuff like what I'm doing now. I'm talking to the youth and letting the youth know, okay, don't never just take one negative situation you're going through and think it's going to change. That your whole life depends on that. Your whole life don't depends on a negative situation. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
My whole life from being a child to now was negative. I had a lot of negative situations. I lost my mom at a young age. I lost my grandmother right behind that. Me and my dad didn't have a great relationship. I went through the homeless thing. Me and my sisters didn't have a great relationship. I'm struggling. I'm trying to figure out how to make ends to meet. I had people in the street that didn't like me. It was a lot. But for me to turn around and be like, look, how this show is, I went from all of that to being where I'm at now, which ain't great, but it's way better. It's what I pictured 15 years ago.
It's what you pictured.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you this. I remember asking God a long time ago, okay? And this is outside of the youth thing. I want y'all to listen to it too. I remember I was 21, okay? I moved to my first house when I was 20, okay? Mm-hmm. And I remember just sitting there and I was thinking when I said, yo, one day, God, I'm gonna own another house. I'm gonna get a bigger house one day. One day, God, I know I'm gonna be able to do it. One day, God, I'm gonna get a good job. One day, I'm tired of struggling. One day, I'm gonna get it.
There go I.
What's me? What's up?
You're going from your version, how you see it, not God see it. So you're saying, I'm going to get a better house. And I know you will. And one day I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Mm-hmm. But you're looking at it from your perspective, your point of view. What God wants for us is so much bigger and better. So have you thought about, hey, God, what is your plan for me? I know you got something better.
So this is why I look at it. I feel that God gives you what you ask for.
He does.
But God don't tell you how you're going to get it. That's the thing. I feel like if you ask God for a specific thing.
Don't be specific.
I'm just saying for me.
Yeah.
If you ask God, okay, God, I want to one day, I don't know, own my own business, okay? One day, I want to own my own business, right? Now, in your head, you're thinking, God is not hearing me. Because Lord, no, I can't open it. I can't get a business loan. I can't, nobody's there for me. I ain't got no support. I can't do it. And God, and the whole time I feel like God's like, I got it. I got you. But when I give it to you, I want to make sure you understand it and you appreciate it. That thing was for me. I felt that, you know what I'm saying, if he would have gave me everything I asked for when I was younger, I probably wouldn't appreciate it like I do now. The job I'm working at now, I applied to it for 9 years straight.
You did?
I applied to work at my job since I was 18. And I got my job at 26. Well, 8 years straight. I got my job at 26. Right when I told her, I said, I don't want the job. I said, I don't even want it. They're like, man, just apply and see what happened. Man, they've been telling me down for years. I don't want that place. And I gave it to them. You know what I'm saying? And I remember days of just sitting in my old neighborhood, in my old house, I'm like, man, dude, I got crackheads next door to me. I got people breaking in my house, man. I'm about to lose my mind, man, because I'm about to go ahead and put my hands on people. I'm about to kill. Like, I got to a place where I remember traveling with guns and stuff. Like, I was on serious stuff. Like I told you before, I was like, one point in time, I was like, my wit's end. So I look at it and I feel like, yo, God, like, look, okay. I wanted you to see where I wanted you to see what I have for you. I have what you asked for. But I'm not going to tell you. You got to go through all this fire and pit to get to this. No, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to just let you know. This is going to be on here. But you got to go through all of this before you can get to over here. Because once you get over here, you want to make sure you understand this is where I'm at. Like a lot of like if you was dating, for instance, kids are same thing with y'all. You think the person you with is the best person in the world, but then you realize later on down the line, this ain't the person for you. Okay. For example, you say that. Let's just say you see somebody like, yo, I would love to get married one day. I would love to get married. I would love to find the man of my dreams. Then the next guy you come like, this might be the guy I asked for. This might be my boy ass. You know how they say this is my boy ass. Yeah. And then you realize this nigga's a scammer. Nigga ain't nothing.
He ain't
nothing. Then the next dude come around there. You're like, you know what? Oh, you sweep on my feet. This might be the one. This the one. The nigga don't want to pay no bills. Lord God. Lord, this nigga don't want to pay no bills. I'm struggling. You gotta go. Okay, next one come along. This guy coming along, you're like, okay, let me see what's up. I don't really know what's up yet. First couple months, man, this is the dream. This dude right here, he looks good, he smells good, he take care of himself, he got his own, yeah. But he got kids that don't like you. You're like, I'm gonna have him.
I've had that.
Then you're like, I'm gonna date outside my race.
I didn't say that.
I'm gonna date outside my race.
I said that.
I'm gonna give you a Johnny. If John comes, ooh.
Oh, Johnny.
John comes.
What is a Johnny?
John. His name is John. His name is Jonathan, but they call him John because he's trying to be smooth. Okay, John comes. You're like, okay, he's a southern white boy. He comes wearing his little cowboy boots. But you're like, you know what? He like go square dancing on the weekends, but you know what I'm saying? You might do it. Show me a way of life. John good, but his mama said nigga 5 times in the conversation. I can't do it no more, Johnny. And then one day you finally wake up one day, you're like, I'm done with me. I'm just done with him. I don't want him no more. I don't want him no more. And one day, as you get to your wits end, and you like, man, I'm done. I'm settling it. I don't want it no more. This man come up to you and say, look, man, how you doing? I don't want nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna take your flaws. I'm gonna add my flaws. I want you to take my flaws. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Let's work on them together. Let's grow. And it's a stumble ride because you've been hurt. Stumble ride because he's been hurt. And all of a sudden, you start to understand each other because we're growing from our hurt. Which I told Cole, we had to grow from our hurt. All right.
Do you think she understands that you don't want nothing from her with her past and men?
I had past with women. You know what I'm saying? And my thing, I'm saying, I had past with women. I have a bad past. She had a bad past. But I told her we had to have countless conversations though, because I felt that we both came in kind of protective. You know what I'm saying, of our own space. We both came in our situation, and this ain't even a dating, y'all. This might be for kids, but we came in kind of protective with our past space. And what we did was it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. You know, me and Cole still have our little moments. It wasn't easy, but I told Cole, I said, look, if we're gonna make this work, we're gonna make this work. So it took her. I think we had a conversation just the other night. I told her the same thing. I don't want nothing from you. I don't need you to do nothing for me. I'm not one of them guys.
Can we go back a second?
Go ahead.
So going back, even if this episode is for kids,
yeah,
kids should see the good part of the relationship, so that way they know what to look for. Because sometimes we're looking for the wrong things in people.
But I think that comes with time too, though. You know, as you get older, what you wanted in your teens,
it changes.
You know what I'm saying? What you thought was sexy in your teens is not sexy in your 20s, and sexy in your 20s ain't sexy in your 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I get it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was attracted to big breasts.
You were.
Do my wife have them? No. So that's what I'm saying. And you see my ex-girlfriend, it was just all this.
Yeah.
So I'm saying. So as you get older, you know what I'm saying? The sign is, look what makes you happy. Look for your own happiness. Without that, even when you ain't with that person, look for your own happiness. Look what's gonna turn you on, not just physically but mentally. Look for that. That's what you look for. And if it comes with different people, let it come with different people so you know what it is that you like. And maybe they can pull something out of you, and you can pull something out of them. And by the time you get to that next person that's for you, you're ready for it. But just realize, like I said in my relationship, me and Golden talk about breaking up 300 times.
Oh, y'all have?
We have plenty of times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We have plenty of times. But what made me stay and what made her stay is we learned to talk. We had to learn how to talk, and we had to learn how to fight clean.
Fight clean.
Yeah, because we're dirty fighters. Cole's a dirty fighter. I'm a dirty fighter.
It seemed like
that means we hit below the belts. We hit below the belt. Like, you'll say some off the wall stuff, and I'm not gonna take it. And I'm gonna say some off the wall stuff back. That's me hitting below the belt, and I had to learn not to do that. She had to learn not to do that, especially if you want this to work. Like, it's a level of fighting we can do.
So you can learn to do something in that sense.
I feel like you can. I feel like every day we still, even married. Like Cole, me and Cole, we say something different. Cole think that us first getting married was hard. I think our relationship was harder. Like, going through what we went through in our relationship was way harder than going through what we went through at the beginning of our marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so with it being hard, it's a lot of stuff that you really gotta learn about that other person.
But you also gotta learn your own patience too. So, Lord knows, there have been times I was right here, ready to jump off this mud. Like, I can't do it. But we talked. We had to learn how to talk. We had to learn how to communicate. So that was one thing. But back to being kids, man. Being in my youth, in my teen years. Like I said, I'm a kid that, a lot of girls when I was little thought he was just a funny guy. I wanted the cute boy in class. I was the funny guy. I can make you laugh. So they was like, okay, he's cute. I mean, he's cute because he's funny. You know what I'm saying? Then once I got to high school, they're like, okay, he's okay, Eric is kind of cute. Eric look kind of cute. Eric is funny. Then I realized that I remember in high school, it was girls that would call themselves not liking me in public, but wanted to talk to me behind the scenes. Like, and that was a weird thing I didn't understand back in high school. Like, it'd be girls that I would see in class. They'd be like, he talk too fast. He got big lips. Look at him. Then we get in class. I get in class with each one of them alone. Oh, it was a whole different story. Hey, Eric. How you doing?
I've had that guy before.
And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hold on. When nobody's around, it's different. But when people's around, it's like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, hold on.
Mm-hmm. I remember one girl. I used to have, back in those days, I used to wear, what was it? I used to wear cargo pants all the time. You know, back then we had giant jeans. You know, I wore the big clothes. Look,
I just bought some cargo pants. They big. I bought 2 pairs.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to start wearing them again.
I used to wear, back in those days, I used to wear, like, you know, big pants and stuff. You know, I had big clothes, but it was tassels just be on a little piece. You used to tie up.
Oh, all the little stuff on the side?
Yeah, so you used to tie up or something, you straight, you could tie.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in class with one of the girls, and she sat beside me. We had to share a table together. I'm like, man, dang, we in biology. I don't want to talk to her. We just got in an argument in first period. And we sitting there the whole time. She's like, let me tie this up. And I'm sitting there like, all right, cool. And then we sit there, we laughing, we joke, we vibing. The next day in first period, we arguing like hell. But we get to the third period. What's up, Eric? How you doing? What's going on? One girl, you kind of remind me of Chris Brown. I said, but you just said I look like Stitch in the first class. Now I look like Chris Brown to you? So it was. Now I feel like that was high school for me. High school with me, I was at that stage where I had girls who liked me. I had girls who liked me. I had girls who didn't. Like I said, I didn't get to that pretty boy trying to talk to everybody stage until I try to be in love in high school. I want to be in love. That was my thing was,
maybe I was in love in high school because then I just really talked to one person in high school.
Oh, you did talk to one person in high school.
Yeah.
But who I talked to in high school, I talked to 4 girls in high school. I got a serious relationship with 2 of them who was friends. The third one, one of their friends wanted to talk to me while in the middle of me talking to them 2.
That's my good.
Oh, bitch. But in my head, as a teenager, I'm like, man,
that's high school. It don't even matter.
In my head, as a teenager, I'm like, man, I got the whole friend group on me.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good.
That's what's up. But I'm sitting there looking at it now, like, man, what you thinking? That's the truth. In high school, you think that's the funnest stuff in the world. When you want, man, everybody want me. Then I got to high school, and I turned into sex zone, and I was like, I was talking to people like, oh, you was cute. Yeah. And Facebook came along. I was everything on Facebook.
Oh man, that did come out there.
Yeah, high school. Facebook came around. I think I was senior year in high school.
Some other stuff came out then.
So we was MySpace pimping back in our days.
Oh man, you remember MySpace?
It was MySpace. You know, say how you know a person like you? They put you in the top 8.
I wasn't on MySpace like that to find that out.
Yes, you had a top 8. Your top 8 friends list.
Wow.
Whoever's in your top 8, you was in somebody's top 8, they liked you. And I said, I was in somebody's top 8. I was like, oh, I'm the man.
Yeah, you sound like Mill.
I know.
Because Mill would be like, man, look what she got me saved as.
But that's my thing was, I tell everybody when it comes to Tay and Mill, I felt like Mill Mill was like, when he was younger, he was always running his mouth.
Yeah.
That was me as a kid. Okay. Then high school me was more like Tay. I want to be in love. I want to be in love. And I want to be quiet with it. I want you to know that I'm doing something. I want you to know what I'm doing, just in case something happens. I'm not gonna let nobody know. So you see me, and for example, me and this, you know, my high school girlfriend was Britt.
Yeah.
So you see us together. I'm like, that is my baby. That's my And it wasn't that. It wasn't even. And I'm not to shade her or nothing. It wasn't that we was even attracted to each other. we was good friends who just loved to laugh and joke, and it turned into something else.
It did.
Yeah, it turned into something else, and that's how we became friends. Then after high school, we just broke up quick. But that's what I'm saying. So that's my story for being grown. Now I can go back into some other stuff, but my story for being grown, yes, we went through a lot, but where I'm at now, I'm content with life right now. I'm okay. I got 2 teenage boys who like I said, I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. I can see what's going on, and I know I tell this one right here anyway. I'm gonna be one in the back from there. I tell him all the time. I know who your friends are. I can tell you the type of friends you got. Yeah, I can tell you what type of friends you got. He was like, "What you mean?" And I said, "They gonna do this, that, and third, and they'll do this, that, and third every time." I said, because I've been there. I had the fake friends. I had the people like that. I had that. So I know what's gonna happen. Now, some things I don't know. I don't want to know. But yeah, man. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Savage, thank you so much for being on this the Truth Story Time.
Well, thank you for having me.
And you shared a little bit about your life, girl. Look at you. Yo, man. My wife was like, Hey, but y'all, man, look, I want to thank y'all so much for checking this show out and continue to support me and my podcast. Also, this is Random Thoughts Youth Week. We're talking about the youth, the kids, the teenagers. I got so much planned for the for the rest of this week. Tune in tomorrow for Word to the Wise, man. Word to the Wise is my real podcast show where you can call in and talk. Word to the Wise is uncut, it's raw, and it's real. And I will be having my son on. Now, he might bring a guest, he might not bring a guest. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of scared to see what's going to happen tomorrow, but he will be on tomorrow's show. Our Wednesday show would be the game night. It'll be millennials versus Gen Z. Get ready to see that. Try to see who know the most. Who know the most about who culture. I think us millennials going to lose this one. I'm hate to say this. Thursday, I'll be interviewing this young up and coming rapper, raptress. I'm gonna say that. Let me see if I can get her name right. Make sure I get her name. I got you. Get her name. Her name is right here. I'm finna say it wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, got it. This young raptress. Her name is Super T Major. I'll be interviewing her on Thursday, and also look out for Friday's show when I have my nieces. The VV show and her sister Danny Arts will be taking over Random Thoughts, and y'all, they got Kermit and Frog coming through. Hey, y'all, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. And y'all, man, I appreciate you. Can't get my words out. I appreciate y'all for listening, and like I always say, God bless you. Good night.